So here's the completed project. Here's the completed repair. And we're going to play it a little bit. Me and Ron are going to get us up a few two-player games going. And we're going to play this. I'm going to go back to being 10 years old. He talked about the rules in his video. And he's going to have his video up too of me and him playing together. There'll actually probably be more of the playing the game together, more gameplay footage in his video than in mine. So you can go over and you can check out his channel. I'm going to have the link to his series and the link to his channel in the description for this video, so you can go over there, Joe's Classic Arcade, and you can watch all the videos of him working on it, getting it fixed up. It's a really cool process to see him work on things, fix things, bring things back to life. And then he'll have a video of me and him. He always has, the last video is playing the game. So he'll have a video on there of him playing. So enjoy the footage that we have of me playing it here on my video, on my channel. But definitely go over and check out his channel and give him a, if you like what you see, he's got other KISS videos that he's worked on, other KISS pinball machines, but he's also worked on, he works on everything, man. Jukeboxes, pinball machines, old school video games, old school arcade games. He works on it all. They work on it all. They do really cool job, and they make really cool videos. So enjoy us playing this game together, and be sure to check out his channel.
So I wasn't around for KISS, which is one of the reasons we wanted to bring you in where you could tell us about it. I was under the impression that this backglass artwork was just an album cover, but you were telling me that it's based on kind of their live show, and it has some it has some similarities to the live album, but this pose and all of this had nothing to was original artwork just for the pinball machine.
Yeah. I mean, they really did their homework, like me and you were talking about before, because these are what's called the Love Gun Alive 2 era costumes.
So the band always had costumes, and it kind of changed with the different eras.
So Gene's got his demon boots on, and Ace has on his most iconic spaceman suit. But they've got so many good details down to this on this. They've got the serpent that was on stage called Sam T. Serpent. This would, for the most part, spit out smoke, but whenever Gene would go do his fire breathing, they've even got Gene fire breathing there. Whenever he'd go to spit his to do his fire breathing, it would spit out a flame, light his torch, and he would do the fire bit. But this is like the Love Gun stage, a recreation of it, because we have the iconic steps. And me and some of the groups, I mean, we talk about all kinds of things like, I wonder if this stage still exists. I wonder if those steps still exist.
I thought about stuff like that too. Did they just trash it afterwards, or is it still in pieces in a warehouse somewhere? Yeah, like, what's going on with it?
But yeah, and just the plumes of fire that's basically anybody's ever seen the Alive 2, the inside of Alive 2, they've got the flames going off.
You were mentioning it down here on the rollovers too. They have the
yeah, and they incorporated that all the way down into the playfield, which makes it really good. And then they've got the Love Gun Girls we talked about in a previous video.
Yeah, the Love Gun Girls. So these are from the cover of the Love Gun album. They have a similar thing going on, but this is kind of a new. So basically, the girls with the white face paint, the KISS face paint, and wearing
and that particular outfit, that particular outfit with the crossing in the front and the black,
and on the album it's the real women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the King Kelly that painted it, and he used his wife as a model. But yeah, it's got the Live 2 stage. It's got the sign that does the way the sign did during the show.
So in the previous videos we showed this. This is the Bally auxiliary light board that makes this cool effect here that they basically designed just for this game. This was the first game that they used that on so that they could do that. And he was telling me, well, that's because in concert, that's what they did. They had a similar logo in concert that was animated like that. And by the way, the guy that did the artwork on this game is Kevin O'Connor. and he has signed it right there, Kevin O'Connor, 1978. Like he's saying, it's kind of a he didn't just come up with this off the top of his head, although the poses are all his own creation to the best we can tell. So it's the costumes were what they were wearing in 77 and 77, 77?
77, 78, yeah.
But by the time this came out, it came out in 79, and he was telling me that they had moved on. So they, like, the costumes had changed and everything, but this was kind of, since they'd already been working on it, I guess they went with what they had.
This is a treasured image of Kiss, but also Dynasty is too. The Dynasty image is, a lot of people hate it, that when they went color.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate it, but I think it still would have been just as sought after. This would have still been everybody's holy grail to have in their collection.
And, you know, that image, you know, if people are saying that look is bigger than Dynasty, who knows how much the pinball backglass played in that. If the backglass would have been Dynasty, that might be the image that people remember of Kiss and say, yeah, that was...
Well, here's how powerful this image is, in my opinion, is whenever Kiss came back in the late 90s, after they reunited after the Unmasked show, and they reunited and put the makeup back on, the era that they went back to, the costumes they went back to, these costumes right here. These are when they reunited in those costumes.
Yep. So
to me, even they know that this is...
That's the look. That's their heyday.
That's their heyday, right.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should play this thing.
Yeah, let's play it.
Okay, so we're going to play this thing, and neither one of us are any good at it. So if you're looking for a educational video on how to just make this thing scream, this is not the video.
No.
But if you're looking for people to have fun playing it, we're definitely going to have fun playing it. Yeah. So now, on the last video when we were messing with it, I had the sound working, but it was weird sounding. And I was thinking, what in the world? There's something going on with the sound. But I forgot there is a setting on these early soundboards where you can make it tones or what they called noise. So I had it set on tones, which is supposed to sound kind of like the chimes, where it just doom, 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 that kind of stuff. It sounded like crap, right? So I set it to noise, which is more of the kind of electronic Defender, almost sound. Defender was Williams, but you know, that kind of a little bit more cool sound. So this thing doesn't really sound like a rock band from the 70s, but this was all they were really capable of doing at Bally at that point. So people, you're just going to have to deal with the sound. Now, the newer one plays their music and, you know, has all that going on. But like he was saying, this is the nostalgic one. So this is...
Go ahead.
This is what we're working with. We've got multiple cameras here, so we're checking in to make sure he's good. Is your camera cool?
Yeah, mine was beeping at me saying, "You ain't recording yet, dummy." Now
you might say, now why do you have multiple cameras? It's because Brant here has his own channel in my head that's pretty much all about Kiss. Now he does other things like repair videos and stuff like that too, but a lot of this stuff's about Kiss. He and not really the collecting side of Kiss. So, you know, he's not going to be on there telling you how much this album's worth and all that. It's more of the, hey, let's listen to every song on this album and then decide which one we like the best, and we'll have the viewers vote and blah, 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 blah. And then he'll have people call in that are long-term fans and tell them a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's right. That's it. It's we started something a couple years ago called The Panel Has Spoken, and we're actually working on some merchandise and doing some things like that to sell some shirts, because we had people say they'd like to have shirts saying that they're in the panel. And basically we pick an album, we pick a subject, we may put two Kiss albums against each other, or we may stack up all the tracks on one album and decide which ones we like the best. And then I have people that are panel members or viewers of the show. They can come in and we can join up and do a stream session together where we talk about it, and we just have a good time just talking about Kiss. Most people are Kiss fans. They don't know in their immediate circle. They don't know other Kiss fans. They don't know other Kiss geeks or Kiss nerds. So
I would never call you that.
So it's just a community, and it's real cool, and it's grown a lot over the last 3 years, and so
if you're into Kiss, or you want to know you want to learn about Kiss, or you kind of, You probably are you getting a lot of younger people who are like getting into it, or is it mainly people that remember from back in the day, or what?
I have a lot. Sometimes it amazes me how young some of my viewers are. Some of my viewers are still in school. I've got viewers that are 16, 17 years old. I've got viewers from all over the world. I've got viewers in Europe and Spain and Russia and Germany and South America, Puerto Rico. Yeah. I've got viewers all over, and all ages. I think some of my youngest viewers are probably 15, 16, and some of them are in their 60s, and male, female.
You know, there's not really a lot of like newer bands that are mainstream that rock. You know what I mean? So if you want to hear some rock music, you kind of got to go back a little bit. And why not Kiss, right?
Yeah, or not.
All right, so we're going to start a 2-player game, and we'll have to tell you the score. We don't have the camera on the back box, but it's going to play one of the iconic Kiss songs whenever we press the start button. Okay, so you guys tell me if you can tell what song this is. Okay. And then to start a 2-player game, you just hit the button twice. I love it. All right, so you go first.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can be player one like Elvis used to do to people.
Oh,
I told you that.
Oh, this is difficult right here.
I know, it's kind of hard having to play around the camera. I keep telling people that.
I got respect for you now. having to play around this camera. All right, so here we go.
Now, you remember all the rules, right?
No, another one of them. Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. Ah, man.
All right,
Player
you got 22,740 on the first ball.
All right.
Now, you may notice that it starts making, it'll start, it almost sounds like the sound is stuck. That's just because it's the way the scoring is set up. It might be scoring 1,000 points 10 times, so it makes the same sound 10 times, and by that time you may have hit something else that scores 10,000 points, so then it does it 10 times more. It's just the early soundboard. That's kind of how it was. Rip that spinner.
The spinner.
Well, rip that spinner. Now, I'm not much of a tilter. I must have won something.
You got the first line of Kiss.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh, okay, cool.
The second line.
You'll notice that the slingshots don't really make a noise, but I think that's correct. I don't think they're supposed to. Oh. Right down the middle, but I got the 2X.
Look at you.
All right, so I got 5,390.
You got 54,390, and I've got 20. Oh, you got double me.
Now, this one's set on 5-ball, too, so the customer, that's how he had it set, so that's how I left it.
Okay.
I usually put them on 3-ball.
Oh, drained me. Look, I didn't make your score yet. 38,270.
You're going to get better at it. You're out of practice. You haven't played it in quite a while. And believe me, I'm not very good at it either. So the next game, you'll probably beat me pretty bad.
I think the machine felt a little warm when I got here. Like you might have been warm.
Yeah, I was practicing big time. And you notice it's holding over your Kiss card that you have lit, and then it's it's putting it back up for you so that you can keep playing.
Yeah, down on the play field, it shows he's got ISS. The K's not lit. The back glass shows corresponding.
Yeah,
to
the
that.
K's not lit, and the ISS is. That's pretty cool.
That's a neat little thing they did.
Oh, they robbed you, man.
They did, and I don't want to shake it because I don't want to tilt it. I don't want to nudge it.
You can shake it if you want. I just don't because the camera's right in the way, you know. But got my second line. Now I'm trying to make sure that we're not using the same card. I think it's keeping mine and yours separate. All right, so I'm like just at the beginning of the green card. Let's see what it says you're at.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's keeping them separate. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Oh, man. The nice bounce. Look, you got me. You're ahead of me. On the card, at least. Man, you're running up on me.
I might catch you.
All right, here we go.
Poppers are very poppy.
They're very popular.
Oh.
That's one thing about it. I've got 4 pop bumpers. I mean, it's got a lot going on.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
It's kind of a waste though, because I only needed one letter, and I think that's all it really gave me. But still,
Card over.
I got my super bonus. Well, Brent, I don't know. What do you think? I think we've got it running pretty good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Considering where it started, it wasn't doing anything. Now it's up and running, doing its thing. Pretty fun. All right, that's ball 4. Super bonus. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's you. Okay.
Okay.
Just giving me an extra ball.
All right, you got to sustain it this time.
I think you're sharking me. You're gonna say, "Well, I'm just not as good as I remember I was." Hey, just to make it more fun, why don't we put some money on this one? And then he's gonna pull out all the tricks of the English. All right. One last ball. Boy, that was good, whatever that was. I now have my colossal bonus. Rip that spinner. Oh, man. Boy, that's a smooth spinner shot. I've heard some of the pinball, elite say that they don't like this one. Wasn't that fun? I disagree. I think it's pretty fun, really.
You're right. I was just thinking it's relatively simple, but it's in its design, but
It's fun.
it's fun.
It's fun to shoot. I mean, it's fun to watch the ball do its thing. I mean, it's got nice action on the pop bumpers.
Those pop bumpers are pop.
You got a couple nice spinner shots. You've got the bonus thing's kind of cool. I just had the ball saved by that ball gate that somehow opened for me somewhere. Oh man, I got an extra ball. We're gonna roll this sucker. Now, people that are long-term viewers of my channel know that I'm not very good at pinball. So, for whatever reason,
You're playing really good.
I'm having a really good game today. I am not purposefully trying to make you look bad.
Okay, I've never said I was that good. Like I said, I played like I was 10.
Oh, I got the unlucky bounce. Okay. So we ended up. It's gonna make 3 loud noises. There we go.
Shout it out loud.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I was talking when it played it, but yeah, it plays another Kiss song at the end. Now that one, when it turns on, is that a song too, or is that just like a random song?
Yeah, when we turned it on, I think I've listened to that and listened to it from previous video, and I think that's just it's testing the soundboard.
Oh, okay.
That it doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard. Seeing it in this atmosphere, when I used to play it when I was a kid, like 10, it was in a fluorescent lit, like your story is during the day, little general as soon as you walked in the door. But seeing it this way reminds me of being a little bit older, probably 12, 13, and Kate's skating ring.
Yep.
On the skates, so, and up on the skates, you got the music playing, and you got the smell of popcorn in the air, and in the dark room, and that's what, seeing it like this is what it brings you back. And that's why I think this is just such the heartfelt, nostalgia piece to people, especially if they grew up during that time. And then for people who are older, I think a lot of them just want to feel and capture something that we did, because I've talked to people, some of my viewers,
Sure.
and that's what they talk about. They're like, man, just seeing and hearing you talk about stuff when you grew up doing it, and just getting to relive the stories and getting to hear the stories about the band and everything, it just kind of takes you back.
Yeah.
So they get to kind of share in it the nostalgia that we shared in. So it's good. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how, and you can tell this game was meant to be played. It's lit up even in like the part where there isn't a lot of lighting.
Yeah.
There is lighting.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of general illumination, but there is lighting, and they've got the band highlighted with the matting on the back glass. They've got the band highlighted, and
the back glass it's one of their best back glasses, and that's saying a lot. This guy Kevin O'Connor that drew this, he this is the same guy that did the Strikes and Spares back glass, which is really iconic, with the girl with the bowling ball standing there on the front. It's just one of the greatest pinball back glasses ever, and this is right up there with that. So
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
All right. Well, we fixed this up for a customer. I think he's going to be very happy with it. We'll call him and let him know that it's all ready to go. And we had a KISS expert come in and tell us.
So, is it really the best you could do, Ron? Did you do your best on it?
All right, folks. So there you go. So leave your comments below. Make sure to give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I had a good time. Brant, we appreciate you coming down and helping us work on it and helping us put it through its motions. And we appreciate our camera assistant here. But you can see more footage of this over on Brant's channel. Make sure to go check that out, and I'll send out the link to it too so you can see it. But make sure to check him out for all things KISS, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good evening. Boy, it's a fun little game, man.
It is. It moves good. It moves around real good.
And you know, it's kind of, well, it's one of them things where it just looks so cool. I mean, you
Oh,
wouldn't even
yeah.
have to play it; you just plug it in. Look how cool it looks.
Oh, yeah. First off, I want to say thank you to Ron and Joe at Joe's Classic Video Games for allowing me to come down to not only work on the KISS Pinball Machine, but to also have the opportunity to talk about it. And you know, you guys know me, I love talking KISS, but I had the opportunity to talk with them about it and to be on his channel and educate his viewers about KISS and talk about KISS with his viewers. And I had a few come over to my channel. So if you're new to my channel from Joe's Classic Video Games, welcome. And I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy the videos. But yeah, Ron, Joe, if you're watching or when you watch, thank you so much for allowing me to come down and play that. It was very surreal to come down and play it, to fix it, to be able to touch it and look under it and look at the mechanics and to be able to touch the playing field. It's like, it's almost, I don't want to say holy ground because that's kind of sacrilegious, but that is a holy grail to me. You know, someday to have a KISS pinball machine in this room, like right over here where I can pan my camera over and you can see my KISS pinball machine. I've been close to getting one a couple times. I almost had one this past winter. A guy online was selling one for $1,000 and it was close to me. And by the time I got in touch with him, he had already sold it and he let it go for $800 and it made me sick to my stomach. Even if it didn't work, I would have bought it unless it was just totally destroyed. I would have loved to own the one. I actually said this to Ron. I would have loved to have owned the one that we worked on. And even with all that wear on the playing field, I don't even know if I would have put the template over it to cover it. I believe I just would have left it stock the way it is. And if I ever wanted to take it non-original, then I would have, maybe I'd do that. But I'd love to have one of those. Even if mine worked, I tell you right now, I'd be tinkering on that thing all the time because I'm just a tinkerer. I love to get inside stuff and see how it works. And, you know, I'd probably mess it up trying to just keep it working. But anyway, thank you again to Ron and Joe for letting me come down. And I'm going to be coming down and hanging out with you guys again soon down there at Joe's Classic Video Games. And jump over, I'll put a card up here. Jump over to their website and give them a subscription. Give them a thumbs up on their videos. Jump in a comment and say, hey, In My Head sent me over here. And just show them some love. They've got some great stuff up there. And I fully support them. They fully support me. So it's a good thing. And thank you guys for being along on the journey with me to this thing that's still kind of surreal. It's almost like I still can't believe that I got to do it. And I hope if he ever gets another one, I get to go down and work on it again with him. I'd gladly drive the hour and 45 minutes down there to Rock Hill, South Carolina, to be able to do that, just to touch one internally again. That sounds kind of weird, kind of creepy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one.